hundreds of demonstrators right to the steps of the U.S. Supreme Court. So, Maddie, let's take us through what is the court considering here.
Well, the question before the court is it cruel and unusual to fine or put homeless people in jail who are camping out on the streets and who don't have anywhere else to go?
Housing!
Hundreds of homeless advocates rallied outside the Supreme Court as justices heard arguments over whether the city of Grants Pass, Oregon, can punish homeless people for camping in public spaces.
Throwing somebody in jail for using a blanket in the middle of the freezing winter.
Demonstrators say fining or jailing homeless people makes it harder for them to find housing. Inside the courtroom, Justice Elena Kagan suggested that Grants Pass's laws went too far.
It seems like you're criminalizing a status.
But Chief Justice John Roberts asked if homelessness should be a constitutionally protected status.
If someone is homeless for a week and then finds available shelter, is that person homeless when he's in the shelter?
This case comes after a lower court ruled in favor of the homeless population, calling it a cruel and unusual punishment to fine and jail someone who doesn't have anywhere else to go. Grants Pass lawyers urge justices to overrule that decision,
which has fueled the spread of encampments while harming those it purports to protect.
California Republican Congressman Kevin Kiley says he's seen the impacts in his own state.
Kids can't walk to school without having to dodge needles or waste. Citizens can't go to the park without confronting open drug use.
Kiley says a ruling in favor of Grants Pass would help other cities better handle homelessness.
Now, a decision on this case is expected sometime later this year. In Washington, I'm Maddie Biertemple.
And Maddie, some Democrats and Republicans are actually on the same page in this case, and that's not something you typically see in D.C. these days.
No, it's not. And we've seen House Republicans be on the side of enforcing these laws, but we've also seen California Democratic Governor Gavin Newsom file a brief with the court, writing to them saying that governments should be able to set reasonable limits on camping in public spaces and trying to strike that balance.
All right, Maddie, good to see you, and thank you for breaking that down, this big story with national implications, but of course originating out of Oregon. Thank you.
Well,